friends, welcome to the course of PHP and MySQLi CRUD tutorial. Inside this video, we'll discuss about list employee functionality. If I go back to browser, so inside last videos, we had completed all about the functionality of add employee. Now this time, we will fetch all the data of this table underscore employees table, and in the dynamic way we will get all these data and put here inside this bootstrap table. So right now inside this table we have this static value. Let's go back to editor, open up list employee.php. so inside this table, as we can see right here, we have this static value. So first of all, as we know that if we want to perform the db operation with this table, we need to include db-config.php file inside this list employee. So go back inside this head tag. Let's say that within this PHP tag, we will use include once, and let's include our database file. So dot / it means current directory db-config.php. After that, let's define a PHP variable, and inside this variable we will store our select query. So select all from, it means star all from employees table. So let's copy the table name called tbl_employees. So I will copy and put it here. This is the command which is going to select all the data from this table. Right now inside this query you can see we don't have any where condition, so it is selecting all the data. Let's execute that. So result equals to MySQLi. This object is accessible because we have included this database connectivity file. We'll use query method, and inside this query we'll pass our SQL variable. Now let's say that print_r, and if I type result to see what we are getting inside this result variable, save this change, go and reload. Now we can see that we are getting a MySQLi object, means MySQLi result object, and inside this we can see field count equals to 5, num rows equals to 3, it means we have total number of rows equals to 3. So on the basis of this property, we can actually put a check inside our if condition that if num rows greater than 0, it means we have some data. Let's go back to our editor. Let's comment out this print_r, go back inside this tbody. Let's define a PHP tag, and here what I will do, if result and num rows equals to 0, it means we are getting some data. Now inside it will use for each block, means for each function. Result will use fetch all method, and as employee, and let's print out this fetch all, save this change, go and reload. Now we can see that inside this Control U to get the source code. So here as we can see that we are getting a indexed array, and inside this first index this is an ID of employee. This is all about the name of the employee, email address, phone, and designation. So what we have to do, we need to iterate over this array one by one and read each of the value. So what I will do, let's comment this print_r, go inside this for each. I will cut this tr from here. Let's put here this tr tag, and inside this what we have the static value, I need to go and replace with the dynamic value. So echo employee, this is the single employee data, and this is overall the array of employees. Result fetch all is giving all about the arrays of employee. But if we want to read the single employee information, then we can use this employee variable. So here let's say that if we want to read the ID value, so as we know the ID is coming at this 0 index, so what I will do, employee and 0 index. So in the same way, if I copy, put here for this name, so for this name we are getting the name value as inside this first index, put it here 1, and for this email address we are getting the email value inside this second index, put it 2 here. For phone number we are getting inside this third index, so let's put it here 3. For this SEO, it means designation, we are getting inside this fourth index. Now here we have 2 action buttons. So for now, if we save all these changes, go and reload, now we can see that we are getting all the dynamic values. It means all the employees from this table, and put it here inside this bootstrap table. So right now inside this designation we can see here we have web-developer, web-designer, which is not looking good. What we want something like in place of hyphen we want a space, and the first letter of each word we want into a capital letter. So what I will do, go inside editor, the value of designation is coming at the 4th index. So what I will do, first of all let's replace str_replace. We want to replace, look at IntelliSense, the search, we want to search hyphen. Next we want that hyphen should be replaced with a space, and this is the value. After getting the replaced value, we want the first letter of each word. It means UC words, it's a PHP function. It will convert each letter of every word into capital letter. Now if we save this change, go and reload, now as we can see that web developer, web designer and SEO. Now in these action buttons, what we had seen inside our sample application at the very first video, so whenever we click on this edit button, we need to pass the ID of that employee inside our query string. So we need to attach the dynamic ID of each employee with this edit button as well as with this delete button. So what I will do, go here inside this edit employee, put a question mark and attach ID. It means the employee ID, and this is a query string variable which we can use inside our update operation as well as in case of our delete operation. So ID equals to, and we will use the ID of employee. So this is the ID at 0th index. I will copy, put it here, question mark ID equals to, and the ID value of employee. Now save all these changes, go and reload. Let's inspect the first edit button. We can see we are getting ID equals to 1. If we go and inspect this third employee, we can see here ID equals to 3. So when we click on this edit button, ID equals to 3. So in our coming videos, by the help of this ID value, which is a query string variable, after getting this ID value, we need to fetch the single employee data from our database table and put the existing information inside this form. Also, by the help of delete button, means whenever we click on delete button, we are getting employee ID into URL. After getting this ID, we need to delete this employee record from database. So this is what actually we had seen the concept of list employee inside this video. Now inside our coming videos, we'll do all other operations. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.